Yep. Good evening, everyone. Yesterday we learned data binding related few concepts. So, you don't need to worry about the concept of hooks. Situation wise, some we use, and detailedly we will discuss about hooks in a separate topic. Then you will get a complete idea on them. Yesterday we used two hooks. One is use state, another one is use effect. As of now, you should know these as one for maintaining data locally, another is for defining actions to perform at the time of mount. At the time of mounting component, you want action, then you can define. Now today, yesterday we already discussed what is one-way binding. Now today we will see how to display different types of data. Is there any difference in handling different data types when compared to JavaScript and React? Because we need to work with different types of data. So we should know first how to present data. Let's see. So we will see one by one all the data types. First, I will start with understanding number type. So first we will see number type. And you already know in JavaScript what is considered as a number. So generally, I'm not explaining data types. I'm just showing is there any difference in JavaScript and in React, presenting, handling, and all. So in JavaScript, what is considered as a number? A signed integer, unsigned integer, float, double, decimal, exponent, binary, hexadecimal, octa, big int. These all considered as numbers. That means in JavaScript, any of these are considered as numbers. So signed, unsigned integers, floating point, double, decimals, exponent, binary, hexa, octa, big int, these all are numbers. So I hope you people know all these in JavaScript. So exponent, generally what is exponent? 2e3. This is an exponent. 2 into 10 to the power of 3. That means it is actually here it is 2000. So binaries will be with B as a value. Hexa will be with X as an value. So they have an X as value, some hex as an value. Just some numbers I am giving rough any. Octa will have O as an value. And big int refers to a large integer with n as suffix. That is called big integers. So in JavaScript, these all are considered as numbers. And in React also, we use them in the same way. So numbers, these are all considered as numbers. What is big int? Technically, we say as a safe integer. because large integers are not safe. Browsers sometimes they block those integers, and browsers sometimes round them. So you will not get the correct number because they think large integers are unsafe. Actually, in old versions, to tell that number is a safe number, we have different techniques. But in modern versions of JavaScript, we just add a suffix n, it becomes a safe integer. So large integers, to make them as safe integers, we have to use the suffix n. That is something new you may find, but in general JavaScript these days people learn all this. They know this. If anybody is not aware, I am just explaining the point. So this is an big integer, and it is an safe integer. That is the safe integer. Now that is one point. Number, how we define, is important. Next, what you learned in JavaScript is presenting number. Presenting number, so it has three methods. ToFixed is one method, ToPrecision is another method, and ToLocalString is another method. These are three important methods used for presenting numbers. So in JavaScript, while working with numbers, to present numbers, we use these three methods: ToFixed, ToPrecision, and ToLocalString. These are the numbers for presentation. So you know about them? No? Don't know? Okay, let me keep it simple. See, generally, to deal with numbers, so I will open our React tab, and in the data binding, I will just keep some value roughly. npm run dev will start. Okay, so I will configure a simple use a constant, some value price is equal to use state, and some price. We are entering some value. Now actually I entered price 00. Generally what happens when you try to present, so the price in JavaScript or anywhere, when you try to present this, usually what happens, it is unable to present in the same way. It is unable to present in the same way. That means it is missing with the fractions I given. Now generally we have a function called ToFixed. It will set up the number of fractions you want. We can set 2, then it will display 2 fraction. You want to display 4, you can set 4 fraction. The number of fractions you can configure using this technique. So what is ToFixed? Here I will just give you about this. So ToFixed, it is nothing but it can configure decimal places with fixed number of fractions. That's what it can do. That is ToFixed. Generally how we do, some price ToFixed, and you can define how many fractions you want. That is ToFixed. So while presenting numbers with decimals, if you want, then you have a two fixed function. It's a JavaScript one. Because many people may not be aware of them, I am explaining again here. Okay. Another option is two precision. Two precision is nothing but, so it is used to slice any integer, uh, any number, slice any number up to specific precision. So up to specific precision of characters. Up to specific precision of characters. What is this to precision is actually, suppose we are having some number is like this. Now what we want is, we want this number integer 5 digits. After 5 digits I want to slice total 5 plus 7, 2. That means total number of precision is 7. That means I want to slice up to 7 characters in a number. Up to 7 means these 5 are integer and 2 are fractions. But very important is what precision do, it cuts up to it from beginning to 7. And after 7, if the number is towards highest, that means 6 is the towards highest, then it will set it as 4, 6. If the number is towards low, that means it is 2 or 1, then it will be 4, 5 only. It will be 4, 5. That means it can slice and it can round. It can slice up to characters and it can round. It can round. That means it will display here. I will give as 2 precision, and I give 7. That means it will cut up to 7 and rest will be rounded. That means it will get up to 7 and rest is rounded. Suppose if I give 8, then what happen? If I give 8, it will be 4, 5 and 7. 4, 5, 7. So that means it will be like 4, 5, 7. If I give 9, then what will happen? 4, 5, 6, 7. It will be 4, 5, 6, 7 only because this is towards lowest. Na? That means it will be 4, 5, 6, 7. It will not round it because it is towards the lowest. Then it will just leave the lowest. Towards the highest it can round. To the precision it can round. So many interviews we have seen these kind of questions for React developers. Like what is difference between two fixed and two precision? So two fixed will define the number of decimals only. Two precision will define the digits and the precision of fractions. Both. And very important is precision number must be greater than the count of digits in integer. That means precision number must be greater than count of digits in integer. How many digits in integer are there? 5. Precision must be above 5. You cannot give 4. If you give 4, 3 as precision, then it will set an infinite number. If I say 4, then it will put like E. An exponent value it will keep. So precision number must be always greater than the integer digits. Greater than integer digits. That is important. So how you write price to precision, and we put up to some 7 like this. We just put a precision value. So we have 2 fixed and 2 precision. Next important, another number method is toLocalString. toLocalString. What is this toLocalString is? It is used to configure number with internationalization features. Number with internationalization features. It is used to configure number with internationalization features. Internationalization is very important. So we need to use internationalization and define. I hope you already know. In the beginning, I think I explained web principles. So to develop any web application, we have to follow 4 principles. What are those? Accessibility, internationalization, privacy, and security. These are 4 principles of web. We need to develop anything by following these 4 principles. So in that, internationalization is one important thing. And in this internationalization, so many options are there. In this internationalization, so many options are there. I will show you. Let's see. First one, in internationalization, first one is region. We have a region. Region is nothing but what you can do is you can define price dot toLocalString and here we can mention the region as English India or English US, so or English Britain, so English France, German, so many regions are present. You can put a region like this, toLocalString and region. That means a number can be displayed according to a region. We can display number according to a region. So what is the point here is, see, suppose we are displaying some number like this. We are displaying some number. This is a lengthy number. And I am using here toLocalString. So toLocalString and region is en-in, Indian. Then it will display number like this. So it will display number with a 1000 separator, comma. I hope you know that you cannot write a number like this. So, but you have to present like this. So for doing that, we need local string. And if region is English US, then automatically it will be 50 to 520,000. Right? If it is English India, it will be 5,20,000. Right? That is the region. We have to define the region. Okay. Next important, it is having fractions. One is region, another one is fractions. We have fractions. We have two important fractions. Minimum fraction digits and maximum fraction digits. We have minimum fraction digits, maximum fraction digits. So how you present any number, it is nothing but, you see, we can put price, toLocalString and English India or something. After that, we can define an object. This object contains minimum fraction digits. How many? Two maximum fraction digits. Maximum fraction digits. How many? Suppose I define maximum fraction digits is some 4. Like this, we can apply. Minimum fraction digits, maximum fraction digits. Usually, you see here, I am writing a number with a 0.00. I am just using 0.00. And I applied a local string region. And you can see that those decimal places are not displayed. So decimal places are not displayed. If you want the decimal places, then you have to set options. And what are the options? Minimum fraction digits. So 2. Maximum fraction digits. Suppose 4. It is nothing but it says that later if you add fractions, it will not allow more than 4. So if you don't define fractions, minimum it will start showing how many fractions? 2. Minimum it will start showing 2. It will stop at 4. It will not cross 4. If there is a number lengthier than 4 fractions, it will not display. It will show only 4. So that means you can see it will show 2 fractions now. So minimum fractions, maximum fraction. Suppose I say minimum fraction 3, then it will start with 3. It will start with 3. So minimum fractions, your wish, you can define. So while displaying a local string, we have a region and we have fractions. We have minimum fraction, maximum fraction. Another important, we have notation. We have notation. We have compact notation. We have standard notation, scientific notation, engineering notation. These are different notations available. When you are displaying numbers in JavaScript, they can be displayed with different notations: compact, standard, scientific, engineering. Different notations are available. So how do we write the notation? So for example, I will show you. See, suppose we are displaying here. Suppose we are having some views like this. I given some views. I am displaying here. So the views, and after that the word views, just a word views. And you can see it shows some views. Now what we are doing, we are adding a to local string and en-in. Obviously it will add 1000 separator. Now what I am doing is I am adding here notation as compact. Notation as compact. Then it will display 5.2 lakh views. Yes. Any issue? Yeah. Anything I can do for you? Are you okay? Because I see something happening. If anything is out of the context, you can leave today, come back tomorrow. Okay, na? Please. Because see, some people, genius, who know everything, but they just attend because they want to see what I am teaching. Such genius people, please leave the class and get out. Right? So you come back only when you want to learn something. If you know everything, no need to attend the classes. Just leave. It will save our lot of time. Right? So if anybody knows all these, then come back when we start the other concepts. If you don't, then behave like don't know. Don't behave like you know everything and you don't want to learn. You don't want to learn, don't attend the batch. Clear? Because we need to concentrate on people who are coming from the background who are not aware of all these things. Some genius people may know all these. If you know all this, keep your talent with you only. Okay. So, and wait until others know and come with you, along with you, right? We can't leave the people who don't know all this, right? I hope you know all this. Huh? Don't know all this. You don't know. I thought you know everything. No? Sure. So you don't know everything. You are acting. All right. So let's see. What is the compact? What is the concept of compact? Compact is, we can add notation and see here, which is Indian. I will change to US, then it will display like it is like 520K views. I will change the number, one more zero added, it will be like 5.2 million views. These are very important in modern locations because we don't write a number as 5.m. It is not a number. It is treated as a string. Then how you write these kind of numbers, because these are not fixed, dynamically changing. Some more people viewed, this number will be changing. This is a number, but it is not written like this. It is presented like this. Right? The original number lays behind, but when we show in a different notation. And this notation is a compact notation. We have standard, we have scientific, we have engineering, that depends on different values. Sometimes we need to deal with scientific values, then we need a scientific notation. Actually, they don't fit everywhere. Suppose if I give the notation as what? The notation as scientific. Then you can see here the scientific notation will be an exponent E6. So suppose I define a different notation here as what? It is an engineering notation. We have an engineering notation. Then it will display the value in the same exponent. But where they are used situation wise, you will understand, right? Different requirements, we need to use them. So the most commonly used is compact. Compact, standard, metrics, these are very important. So here this is one notation. So how we present the numbers, huh? This is notation, and how we present, suppose we have some views to local string, and we have en-in or us, and we put here notation. Notation is what? Compact or scientific or engineering, like this we can put notation. So while displaying numbers, what are the options available? We have region. It will be English India, English US. We will have fractions, minimum fractions, maximum fractions, and it will have notation. Notation is compact, standard, scientific, engineering. These are notations. There is another one. Another one is style. In style, we have a percent style, we have a currency style, and we have a unit style and a decimal style. These are different styles. Number can be displayed in different styles. We have percent style, we have currency style, we have unit style and decimal style. For example, you are using some EMI calculator. So this is some HDFC bank. Okay, you can see loan EMI calculator. Interest rate is 9.9%. How you write this number in JavaScript? You cannot obviously use percent symbol. In a number, you cannot use a percent symbol, but in display, I need a percent symbol. If you write a percent symbol, it becomes modulus division. You know, percent is modulus division. Then how you make it represent like a percent? You see 24%, 9.9%. These are numbers, but not written with percent symbol, displayed as percent. How do we do that? Simple. What we do is, suppose we have a value like what rate 0 point some 756, and I want to display this. So how we can display the percent? Simple, rate, and we add two local string en-in. Region is mandatory. After region, we can put a style this time. What are the styles available? We have decimal style, percent style, currency style, and unit style. Suppose I am writing here the style as percent. When we put the style as percent, it will display in percent. That means it is going to show in percent. A number cannot be written like this, but number need to be displayed like this. And that is done by using percent. So how do we define a percent style? I'll just give here. So this is rate dot to local string. We have English India, and we have a style, and style type can be percent. It can be a percent style. You can define like this. There is another style. Instead of percent, what you can do is, suppose this is some number. We are having some number. And instead of percent, I can put a currency style. When you put a currency style, you have to tell which type of currency. We need a currency format, INR. That means it will display currency number. That means it is going to display number in a currency format. The currency format will be rupee because you used INR. USD, that means it is US dollar. You can change the region later. So this refines INR. And very important, unnecessarily decimals are coming. I don't want this fraction. Suppose you see Flipkart, Amazon, they don't have point fraction for price, just round. Then how we remove the decimals? Just now we learned minimum fraction digits. We put it to 0. Minimum fraction digit to 0, then it will display without the fractions. So minimum fraction digits, maximum fraction digits, they are to control the decimals. Right? How you display in a currency form. So to display in a currency form, we have to put like this. We have price, we have two local string, and in that Indian, and we have style. Style must be, what is it? Currency. If style is currency, we need to put a currency INR. Like this, we need to display the content. Percent, just percent, but currency requires a currency format. You can display numbers in a percent style. You can display in a currency style. There is another one, unit style. Unit style is nothing but, for example, you open some weather app. When you open a weather app, you can see degrees Celsius. You can see 6 km, kilometer per hour, MB, and humid. Yeah, you can see these are all the units. That means, for example, how you display units. Suppose I given as 150. Now this is nothing but speed. And I want to display the speed. So here we are using speed. Generally speed, it shows as 150. That is 150. And we apply two local string. English India. and we apply a style. This time the style is unit. And when you define unit, you have to mention which unit. The unit can be kilometer, meter, centimeter, kilogram, gram, so pound. And here I am writing kilometer per hour. So kilometer per hour. Yeah, per hour. And it will display like this. So that is the unit displays. How you display a unit. You cannot write the string kmph at the end of number and concat. That's not the correct way. It will not treat it anymore as a string number. It will treat as a string. You are suffixing, prefixing any symbol or any characters. It will become a string. We need to define as number and we need to handle. So that you can do by using this unit. We have different units. We can use any unit. And very unit means all your general units will work. Meter, centimeter, kilometer, milligram, gram, pound, kilogram, all these will work. Right? We need to just define the unit. So these are, suppose I say miles per hour. Miles per hour. So I think mile per hour is not there. So mile per hour, mph, right? We have kilometer per hour, or simply I given as kilogram. That means it will display kg. These are units. They are very regularly required, right? So you can define by using this technique. So what is unit? Suppose we have speed, we have a two local string, and we have Indian. And what is the style? Style must be unit. Then you have to tell which unit. So unit is like kilometer per hour. Like this, we can define the units. This is an example for that. This is speed. Yeah, we can display like this. So these are all JavaScript concepts. I'm not teaching any React here. This is all JavaScript, how we present numbers. If you are not aware of these, you can't build apps in our React because lot of numeric values with presentation as units, presentation as different styles, currencies, you have to deal with. Of course, your all technologies have. Java, .NET also have this. And in every technology, this concept is called internationalization. Right? Every topic. That means some technologies use internationalization by using a concept called multi-threading. Multi-threading. So in multi-threading, there will be some thread functions which are used to apply such formats to numbers. In technologies like Java, .NET and all, they have to use certain multi-threading functions to use internationalization. An app cannot be built without internationalization. So you have to use all these different options. So what are the important methods for presenting numbers? What are the methods? To fixed, to precision, and to local string. I hope you are clear. In to local string, we have region, we have fractions, notation, and style. Different styles of options. Next important, after understanding presenting number, converting a numeric string into number. You know the methods now. What are the methods to convert a numeric string into number? So we have parse int, am I right? Another one is parse float. These are for converting a numeric string into number. And remember, it is not converting a string to number. You cannot convert a string to number. Usually people use wrong terms. So it is not string to number. String to number means can you convert A to number? No. What is meant by numeric string? Numeric string means it is starting with a number, can have an alphabet. Starting with a number, it can have an alphabet. That is a numeric string. For example, suppose we are defining something. So here X, and the value here is, suppose I am defining, or this is like age, something. Here the value is a string, and it is starting with some 32. So it should be converted into, because if I say age plus 1, it will be 32 1. Obviously, because it is a string, then plus 1 will concatena. Then how do you convert this into number? So for that, what we have to do? Parse int. Parse int, we have to convert this into age, into number. Then it will be 33. Fine. Now, very important is, if I write here 34 ABC, it is a valid numeric string. Now, what it will do? It will take up to 34 and it will stop. That means it is not invalid. It is a valid. And it will take only 3, 4. After that, it will stop. That means it will give 35. So if I put 3, 4, suppose I say 3, 2, A, B, C, and 45. It will take 3, 2 only. Once the character start, it will stop. That means it will take only 3, 2. Suppose it is starting with an alphabet. That means A, B, 3, 2, or 24. It's not a valid number. It cannot be converted. A numeric string means it should start with a number, and it can have string characters. If it is starting with string characters, it is not a numeric string. That means you cannot convert that. It says not a number. That means it is not a number. A numeric string starts with number. It starts with number and can have characters. And how do we convert? You know, parse int, parse float. If there are decimal places, then you use parse float, right? You know that, right? So I'm not giving examples because already these are general in JavaScript. Now another option, so you can verify number by using, how you verify numbers? By using isNaN method. We can verify number by using isNaN. IsNaN is a Boolean method which will return true if the value is not a number. Not a number. Very, very important point you should know is JSX elements will not allow any statements. JSX elements will not allow any statements. You cannot use any statements. So they allow only methods and functions. They allow only method and functions. They allow only methods and functions, no statements. That means, for example, I need to verify methods, functions. I can say that methods, functions, and operators. We can use operators. That means, for example, when they enter age and they don't enter a number, then I want to show them a warning saying that please enter a number. Then generally what we are doing is we are keeping a binding expression. In this, I am trying to write a if condition. If isNaN is NaN. What is it? Age. Then do something. You cannot do this because statements are not allowed. If statements are not allowed, how to handle various interactions? Everything you have to manage by using functions, by using methods, by using operators. Now, I hope you people know if condition, if like condition can be verified with a ternary operator. So then how do you verify here? Ternary operator is NaN. Is NaN is what? Age. Then we will put a question mark and a message saying that age must be a number. A number. Otherwise, we will print the age. Whatever age is there, we will print. That means what it is going to do is here, it is going to print a message, age must be a number. So if it is a number, then it is going to display that. If it is not a number, then it will show age must be a number. This type of verification we do by using this technique. So that means how you verify. So by using syntax like this, what we do. So a ternary operator. So here we have is NaN and this is some age. If it is not a number, question mark, then age must be a number. Otherwise, you should just print the age. Like this, we can define some logic. Remember, these are not examples. These are just only syntax. Because after knowing this, we can implement in an example. We are still not ready for example. To design any example, first you should know how to present different types of data. Without knowing how to present different type of data, you cannot design any app. We will learn how to build an EMI app. And without knowing how to show percentage, we cannot build it. We will learn how to build a weather app. Without knowing how to present wind speed, humidity, degree Celsius, you can't do. That requires all these methods to know. So we need to know about all these techniques. I hope you are clear. These are all number related concepts. While working with numbers, these are the general things people know in JavaScript. And the same thing works in React. I haven't given any new concept. These are all JavaScript number concepts. These are all JavaScript. Only few additional things you have seen. Like we cannot write statements. We have to use operators, functions, and methods for that. Okay. Later you will see other concepts. This is number type. Second important in data type, we have a Boolean type. And Boolean little different. Actually, in your JavaScript, Boolean can be represented with 0, 1. 0 is false and 1 is true. And generally in JavaScript, Boolean values can be presented, but in React it cannot. That is the problem. That is one difference you should know. In JavaScript, a Boolean value can be presented. In React, it cannot. It cannot present Boolean value. It can use Boolean value. For example, what does it means? It's nothing but simply, suppose in JavaScript, I will show you. In JavaScript, what is the point here in JavaScript? In JavaScript, you see where stock is equal to true. Am I right? And console.log, I am printing stock. Then what it is going to print? It is going to print true. Am I right? That means you stored Boolean. It can present Boolean, but React cannot. React cannot present a Boolean. So I will show you here. Let's see. So here I am giving a simple constant stock is equal to useState. It is a true. And I want to print the stock here. I want to print here stock. So let's say I want to print stock, and we will get stock. And you will see that it is unable to print the true word. It cannot print. Booleans cannot be presented, but in JavaScript they are presented. So if anyone asks, no, I want to show the word true, false only. Actually, you can use it. You can use Boolean, but you cannot print Boolean. How you will use it? We will put one expression. Stock is equal to true. Am I right? Then question mark. What it should be? I will print the word true. Otherwise, I will print the word false. That means now it will present. In JavaScript, we don't need that. Directly, it can present true, false keywords. Here, we cannot. We can use it. And it's not necessary to present true, false. Your stock is true, we say available. Am I right? If stock is false, then say out of stock. Then obviously it will display what it is. You are using a Boolean, that means your Boolean false, then it is going to say out of stock. So only one difference you will find in Boolean. So what is that? Two differences are there. What is that? JavaScript can use 0 for false and 1 for true. Am I right? So React can use only the keywords true or false. You cannot use 0, 1. In JavaScript, 0, 1 can be used. For example, you people know in JavaScript, true plus true is equal to how much? It is 2. 2 in JavaScript. Because true is 1 and true is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. It's not true. Right? Generally, in JavaScript, Booleans are handled by using this technique. That means, for example, you see here, suppose I say, here I am giving, suppose true plus true is equal to 2. Right? For example, true plus, suppose I given as 20, it will be 21. So true plus A, then what it will be? It will be true A. True A, because anything with string will be a string. Anything with string will be a string. Right? So these type of consequences are very frequently seen in MNC interviews. In MNC written tests interviews, these kind of syntaxes are very frequently given. That means they give a lot of syntaxes and they will ask what is output. Right? So, and this many times people fail if they don't understand the proper concept. Right? So this is actually in JavaScript, but here no 1 and 0, only true and false. For true and false, directly we have to use. So React can use only keywords. Another important point is React cannot display Boolean keyword. So it can just use the keyword. It cannot display the keyword. It can just use the keyword. So syntactically, just a rough option I give. So suppose we have a stock use state. So it is a true. Then how do we define? So stock is equal to true. And question mark, we want to present true or we want to present false. We can just represent like this. So that is Boolean type. So number and Boolean, two important types. So I hope you are clear. In handling Booleans, there is little change. You need to know about that. Next important, string type. There is no change in string type. How you deal with string in your JavaScript, the same way we deal in React. There is no change. You know that it is represented. It is represented. It is represented using a single quote. So it is represented using double quote, and it is represented with backtick. You know na? What is difference? Single and double quote are used to switch between outer and inner strings. If outer string is in double quote, inner string must be in single. If outer is in single, inner must be in double. Backtick. Backtick is a string that allows binding expression. Single and double quote will not allow binding expression. So backtick is a string with the data binding expression. And data binding expression is $block. I hope you know this. That is a data binding expression, $block. Now, in many React interviews, they ask this question: what is difference between block and this one? Both are binding expression. This is React binding expression, and this is JavaScript binding expression. There is difference between these two. One is the React binding one, another one JavaScript binding one. Right? So mostly in modern JavaScript, we don't use concatenation plus. We represent string by using backtick. That is the best way. For example, I will show you. See. So how we can define that, how we can handle it here is, suppose I will write one CSS. So I will write here data binding.css. Okay, we have text style. Color is red, that is text style. Text align is center, that is text style. BG style. So background color is yellow, that is background style. Border style. Some classes are there. We have border 1 pixel, solid, some red color border. Padding is 20 pixels, something like this. Now I want to use this CSS in our component. So first we have to import. We have to import / what is it? Data binding.css. Without importing, we cannot use. Now, what I want to do here is I want to apply some classes. So I want to apply few classes. That means suppose, so we have class name. Class name, they will dynamically come. Then what we do, if they dynamically come, I will put a dynamic expression. This is React binding. By using React binding, you can bind a dynamic value. I can bind one dynamic value. Okay. In that, we write some string, backtick string. In that, we given as text style. That is one class. And you can see the text style class is applied. Suppose I am applying another space, border style. So border style is applied. But very important is here I will give as BG, suppose warning, something. BG warning is nothing but suppose it is having a gold style. Okay. Gold style. We have BG success. BG success is background color, some green style, some light green style I am giving. And that is two options we are having. Now the background I must able to change dynamically. Then what I will do is I will create a constant. So background is equal to, so I will use state. Here I will apply one BG success. Am I right? Background is BG success. I need to attach this background to existing classes. How to add to existing classes? If it is a single quote or double quote, am I right? Then we have to use what? Plus. Plus, what is another one? Background. That means we are adding background, but it will not work. Why it will not work? Because actually you see there is a background after border style and there is no space between them. I need to manually add a space, then the background will come. The background will come. This I can change later to what? Warning. Then it will change the class. Dynamically, one class I need to change. Then I will string like this. But in modern JavaScript, we don't prefer string like this. What is the best way of writing string? Not with double quote or single quote. We have to use what? Backtick. What is advantage of backtick? Here we can add any dynamic with a dollar block. Am I right? With a dollar block, I will put background. Then it is using. And I will change here as what? BG what? Success. Then it will change the background. This is the modern way of writing a string. We don't use plus, plus, plus. That means any dynamic value we need to present, then we will use using backticks. That is the new way of writing JavaScript strings, you know. So this binding expression is allowed only in backtick. It is not allowed in single and double quote. For example, if this is a single quote, then that background is not applied. You can see background is not applied. So that means the backtick only allows, the binding expression. So here, what is the question asked in interviews is, what is difference between this and this? Right? What is the difference between them? One is, this is a React binding expression. In that, we have a JavaScript string binding expression. Dynamically to add the string, we have this option. So nothing special, all are same. Only the point here, one more thing is, all string methods, string formatting and manipulation methods are same. There is no change. Same as in JavaScript. What are the string manipulation methods you learned? String manipulation methods means you learn so many methods. Char at, char code at, index of, last index of, slice, substr, substring, to uppercase, to lowercase. Am I right? All these. So string match method. Match is to verify regular expressions. Am I right? All the string methods are same. There is no change. How you use the string methods in your JavaScript, all the methods are same, right? That is simple. So handling all string methods means, roughly I will give you char at, we have like char code at, so we have like index of, so we have like sub str, so we have like slice, you have like trim, am I right? Trim, you have like split. All these string methods are same. Match is very important. Match is used for regular expression. And I hope you know one small point I will tell you. What is it? String match uses regular expression enclosed in slash slash. Regular expressions are enclosed in two slashes. Same thing you do in JavaScript also, same na? And how regular expression should start? You know that regular expression should start with an exponent and with a dollar. We have to write regular expressions, right? The same. For example, rough point I will show. Suppose this is, remember, these are not examples to practice. I will give examples later. First, if you understood the concept, then we can implement in example. So let's see here. Suppose, so what is the concept is, so we have a constant, so password, and is equal to use state. So password like John123 something. Now what is the point here is we have a constant regular expression. Generally how we write regular expression? Regular expression is written in two slashes, slash slash. Regular expression will start with dollar and exponent, and it will end with dollar. And what I want is password must be 4 to 15 characters with at least one uppercase letter. Then we write regular expression like this: question mark equal dot star a hyphen z and slash w 4 comma 15. This is the regular expression you learnt in JavaScript how to write them. This regular expression indicates that password must be 4 to 15 characters with at least one uppercase letter. That's how we write regular expression. How to verify whether password is matching regular expression or not? We use a condition. If password is a string, dot match, is it matching with regular expression? If it is matching with regular expression, we say strong password. Otherwise, we will say weak password. And you will see that it is going to display weak password. And I added at least one uppercase letter anywhere inside it, then it will become a strong password. That means it is going to verify is there an uppercase letter or not. If there is no uppercase letter, it is weak. It is an uppercase letter anywhere, it is strong. Generally, how you write the strings, verify the strings in JavaScript, here also same. Right? So meta characters, patterns, everything same. That means how you verify string with regular expression enclosed in this. Right? Just for your understanding sake, I will copy this one. I will copy this. Right? Just for roughly understanding sake. So is there any change in string handling? No. All string options are same. String related concepts are same. There is no change in that. And what are another one? So we have, what is it? Undefined. Another option is what? Null. Another option is what? Symbol. So all these are same. There is no change. How you use in JavaScript, here also they are used in the same way. So no need to explain about them. Null, undefined, and symbol. I hope you already know same as in JavaScript. All are, right? Symbol I told you last session. Right. Symbol is used for hidden fields. We use symbol type. Null, undefined, what is difference? Null means there is no value. Undefined means there is no value. Null also no value, undefined also no value. Then what is difference? Undefined is used when value is not defined at compile time. If compile time value is not defined, it is undefined. At runtime value is not defined, null. At runtime value is not defined, it is null. At compile time not defined, it is undefined. Both are value not defined, right? These are all the primitive types. And I hope you found some new things in number, right? Actually, those are also learned in JavaScript generally. If you are new to them, then that's good to know about them. And rest of Boolean, something new. Boolean will not show the keywords. We have to use them. String is same. Other types are same. But non-primitive types, huge differences. So many changes are there. You need to know a lot of techniques in them. So non-primitive types, so many techniques are there. We have to know how to handle them. You know, non-primitive means arrays, objects, map type, and we have other date and time and how to handle. I will show you those. That we'll see in next session. Next session. So non-primitive types are major, because in our entire React career, every day we work with lot of arrays, objects. We need to know perfectly how to handle them. That we will see in next session. Monday we will continue. In Monday session, we will learn how to present non-primitive type. Remember, I am just showing how to deal with different data. Once you are aware of all this, now we can start building some apps. We'll start building some design. For that, first you should know all this, right? Then we'll continue this on Monday. Okay, right. Yes, Srinivas, what is your doubt?
Sir, that regular expression, can you explain once again, sir?
Regular expression is a HTML thing. It's a very big concept.
Right, sir, right. I understood that.
I will do one
But
thing. I will
what was
post a notes on regular expression.
Okay, sir.
You check
Yeah.
because it's a HTML topic. Generally in
Yes, sir.
HTML patterns we learn. It's a very huge thing.
Yes, sir. I understood that.
Ah,
But what expression you wrote now, that if you can explain, that is enough for me, sir.
So to understand that, first you should know all
Okay,
basics
sir.
of characters.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Question mark means what? Asterisk means what?
Yes, sir.
Without knowing all those, I can't explain you what is this expression I written.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Understood? For that, first you should know the complete scenario of regular expression. Then you will not have this doubt at all. You will understand why we write like this.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So you please have an awareness of that. If you don't know, you haven't learned this in HTML and JavaScript, I will post regular expression related one note. You go through it. Okay.
Yes. Anyway, in the meanwhile, I'll look into that, sir.
You can go through that. Then you will understand the sequence, why we have to write like that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.